Hello there, my name is Paul McCafferty. I'm one of the team members of the CWU Parking Application. I'm on the far left there in that photo. So I'm one of the team members of the CWU Parking Application that is developing an app, or was developing an app, in order to help users find parking better. So as you can see, we do have some filters that you're able to look through, and you can use them to filter out different lots that you might not want to use or park in or anything, and so you can go ahead and filter them out if they're not going to be met at your needs. Right now on the left, what you'll see going on is iOS screen. On the right is the Android. On the left, you'll see a little call out pop up from tapping on one of those markers that is in the actual app itself. When you tap on that, you'll be able to see what type of parking lot it is, how many spaces are free. You just saw there that iOS updated from 68 to 70 spots free. And then there is that directions button that you can also tap. When you tap that directions button, it'll actually map directions to the parking lot that you want to go to. And so right now on the iOS screen, you'll be seeing that the numbers do still update. On Android, there is a little bit of handling issue with having those numbers update without having to go out of the call out itself. Now on the left, you'll see that the iOS just faded into a driving. So now it'll go ahead and show the driving on the left with the route on the right. And we're going to be obeying all the traffic laws here, which we agreed to way at the beginning of the video when we first hit that I agree. There was a legal statement stating that we are not responsible for any crashes or accidents that may happen while using the app, as we do expect you to be driving while using the app. So we want to make sure you're not actually driving while using the app, but you agree to drive safely and obey all traffic laws, as is stopping here. If you notice on the right, you'll see that the little user's icon is moving along with us, and we just re-tapped the call out to show that the numbers are indeed updating. They just don't update as they do in iOS. There are multiple differences between iOS and Android, and this is one of them, with the ability to update numbers in a call out specifically, where iOS is able to do it immediately, but Android you have to tap out then tap back in. You'll notice that Android is still following the location as we're moving along, and as we keep moving along, we're going to hit a stop sign, and as we pass this, we do have a redirect in place, and the screen, once we get past here, will slowly fade from Android into iOS, and then in iOS, you'll see the redirect happen, and I'll highlight on the map where it's supposed to redirect us to. And you'll see that there's a little highlight around it, and you'll notice that the map, once redirecting, boom, it has now redirected us to the next lot that is most likely going to fit our needs. As we continue on, we're going to come to a stoplight, and the light was red when we got there, so what I did was I just put the speed on 500% to just kind of speed through it, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't cut out too many chunks of the video, because I wanted to show that we did indeed drive the whole way there, and that we did indeed obey all traffic laws on our way there. So now once we get through this light, we'll actually be able to watch our little iOS location dot continue moving forward. As we get closer, there are some inaccuracies with the location tracking. This is due to the fact that based on the location services that we're using and everything, Android is actually more efficient in this case than iOS. iOS doesn't really have anything we can specify how fine we want the location tracking, whereas with Android we do have the coarse location versus fine location. Fine location makes it a lot more fine-tuned to the location. So up here, you'll notice that iOS thinks we actually want to go straight, and it starts trying to make us go straight, and thus redirects us in that manner of fashion. But the thing is, we actually are turning left, and it kind of catches up, but then it moves us back to the right, then we go back to the left. Once we're at the left, we'll be pulling up to the parking lot pretty soon. You see that the parking spaces free right now are 78. I'll zoom in a little more for that. And we're going to go ahead and turn right into the parking lot. The polygons around those lots mark the border and everything. And once we get in here, we'll go ahead and notice that the number actually will change down to 77. iOS really quick here is going to throw me way into the swamp in the fenced area. I don't know why it wants me in that swamp area, but it threw me in the swamp area. So we'll go ahead and work with it, I guess. Now once we come back, boom, spaces free are now 77, and we are in the lot. Here's some quick credits. And thank you for watching.